some of you know, unfortunately, recently, Heen passed away. So I thought since we normally do a kind of deity yoga practice on Wednesdays, we would do Medicine Buddha today. And if anyone would, and it's only in a half an hour class, I know, but if anyone would like to stay, I'll do King of Prayers afterward. That'll take about 10 or 15 minutes or so. Of course, I understand that people, can't stay, but um, we'll do that afterward if you would like to stay. So we'll go ahead and get started. So we'll begin by setting or settling the body, adopting a stable, comfortable, upright position serviceable for meditation. So we think about keeping our feet flat and our back straight, torso open, hands in the lap right over left with the palms upturned and the thumbs gently touching. Our eyes are gently closed or slightly open, making sure we let in enough light to remain alert. We try to avoid slouching or leaning, but we also let go of any unnecessary tension or rigidity in the body, relaxing into a stable, comfortable, upright position. And we begin to let go of attending to the external environment, allowing sights and sounds to be as they are without investigation, constraining our awareness just to the body and mind, concentrating that awareness in the present by attending closely to the physical sensation of the air moving into and back out of the tip of the nostrils. Noticing quickly when anything other than that one physical sensation is arising in the mind, and without judgment or frustration, lifting your awareness up from those distractions and placing it gently but firmly again and again on the breath. And then when the mind becomes more calm, I generate a broad and altruistic motivation for our time, thinking that we are drawing close to the energy of Medicine Buddha in particular, in order to invoke that healing energy for Heen's benefit, the benefit of all of those beings in the intermediate state, those who are close to death as well, those who may recover due to the activation of positive karma in their minds. And then with that motivation, we begin by visualizing the medicine Buddha a few inches above the crown of one's head. He's seated on a moon disk which rests in the center of an opened lotus, his legs crossed in the full Vajra position, facing the same direction as oneself. His body is made of bright royal blue light, the color of lapis lazuli. Every aspect of the visualization is made of light and radiates light. His right hand rests on his right knee in the gesture of granting sublime realizations, and holds the stem of an aurora plant between thumb and first finger. In his left hand in his left hand in his lap is in the gesture of concentration, and holds a lapis lazuli bowl filled with nectar. He wears the 3 saffron robes of a monk and has all the signs and marks of a fully enlightened Buddha. His face is peaceful and smiling, looking at all living beings with compassion and loving kindness. Understand that he is the embodiment of all enlightened beings and their sublime qualities. So pause and contemplate the visualization, thinking strongly that one invokes the living energy of Medicine Buddha. And we'll recite the prayer of refuge and bodhicitta. I go for refuge until I am enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By my practice of giving and other perfections, may I become a Buddha in order to benefit all sentient beings. I go for refuge until I am enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By my practice of giving and other perfections, may I become a Buddha in order to benefit all sentient beings. I go for refuge until I am enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By my practice of giving and other perfections, may I become a Buddha in order to benefit all sentient beings. And the four immeasurable thoughts. May all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings be inseparable from the happiness that is free from suffering. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from attachment and anger, that hold some close and others distant. Now we recite a prayer to Medicine Buddha. To the Bhagavan Tathagata, Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, Medicine Guru, King of Lapis Light, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. May your vow to benefit sentient beings now ripen for myself and others. To the Bhagavan Tathagata, Arhat, fully enlightened Guru, Medicine, King of Lapis Light, I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offerings. May your vow to benefit sentient beings now ripen for myself and others. To the Bhagavan Tathagata, Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, Medicine Guru, King of Lapis Light, I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offerings. May your vow to benefit sentient beings now ripen for myself and others. To the Bhagavan Tathagata, Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, Medicine Guru, King of Lapis Light, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. May your vow to benefit sentient beings now ripen for myself and others. To the Bhagavan Tathagata, Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, Medicine Guru, King of Lapis Light, I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offerings. May your vow to benefit sentient beings now ripen for myself and others. To the Bhagavan Tathagata, Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, Medicine Guru, King of Lapis Light, I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offerings. May your vow to benefit sentient beings now ripen for myself and others. To the Bhagavan Tathagata, Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, Medicine Guru, King of Lapis Light, I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offerings. May your vow to benefit sentient beings now ripen for myself and others. And visualize that Medicine Buddha instantly responds to your request, issuing forth infinite rays of radiant white light that flow from the heart of Medicine Buddha. This light fills your body and purifies all disease, afflictions, as well as the cause, negative karma, delusion, and obscuration. All these negativities leave your body in the form of thick, black liquid like engine oil. Your body becomes as clean and clear as crystal. You imagine that all other sentient beings are purified in the same way. So if you have a connection with Heen, you can also particularly visualize engaging in this practice for her benefit. And you can join the visualization with recitation of the Medicine Buddha mantra, Tayata Om, Bakenzi, Bakenzi, Maha Bakenzi, Bakenzi Raja Samogate Soha. Tayata Om, Bakenzi, Bakenzi, Maha Bakenzi, Bakenzi Raja Samogate Soha. Tayata Om, Bakenzi, Bakenzi, Maha Bakenzi, Bakenzi Raja Samogate Soha. Tayata Om, Bakenzi, Bakenzi, Maha Bakenzi, Bakenzi Raja Samogate Soha. Tayata Om, Bakenzi, Bakenzi, Maha Bakenzi, Bakenzi Raja Samogate Soha. Tayata Om, Bakenzi, Bakenzi, Maha Bakenzi, Bakenzi Raja Samogate Soha. Tayata Om, Bakenzi, Bakenzi, Maha And now visualize that the light carries the blessings of all the realizations of the path up to full enlightenment, and that sentient beings are receiving those infinite good qualities as you continue to engage in the visualization and recitation of the mantra. Taito Om Bekansi Bekansi Maha Bekansi Bekansi Radu Samogate Soha Taito Om Bekansi Bekansi Maha Bekansi Bekansi. Taya ta Om Bekansi Bekansi Maha Bekansi Bekansi Raza Samogate Soha. And visualize that the medicine Buddha melts into light, which absorbs down through the crown of your head. And a tiny replica of medicine Buddha alights at the heart center, absorbing, dissolving in your body, speech, and mind. Become inseparably one with medicine Buddha's holy body, holy speech, and holy mind. and rest your mind in that sense of inseparability. And then for those who are able to stay, we will begin recitation of the King of Prayers. If you aren't able to stay, then you can just uh, dedicate as you are used to doing. Uh, but we will move into the recitation, which I will screen share. I bow down to the youthful Arya Manjushri, you lions among humans gone to freedom in the present, past, and future. In the worlds of 10 directions, to all of you with body, speech, and sincere mind, I bow down. With the energy of aspiration for the Bodhisattva way, with a sense of deep respect, and with as many bodies as atoms of the world. To all you Buddhas visualized as real, I bow down. On every atom are Buddhas numberless as atoms, each amidst a host of bodhisattvas, and I am confident the sphere of all phenomena is entirely filled with Buddhas in this way. With infinite oceans of praise for you and oceans of sound from the aspects of my voice, I sing the breathtaking excellence of Buddhas and celebrate all of you gone to bliss. Beautiful flowers and regal garlands, sweet music, scented oils and parasols, sparkling lights and sublime incense, I offer to you, victorious ones. Fine dress and fragrant perfumes, sandalwood powder heaped high as Mount Meru, all wondrous offerings in spectacular array, I offer to you, victorious ones. With transcendent offerings, peerless and vast, with profound admiration for all the Buddhas, with strength of conviction in the Bodhisattva way, I offer and bow down to all victorious ones. Every harmful action I have done with my body, speech, and mind, overwhelmed by attachment, anger, and confusion, all these I openly lay bare before you. I lift up my heart and rejoice in all positive potential of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas in 10 directions, of solitary realizers, hearers still training, and those beyond, and of all ordinary beings. You who are the bright lights of worlds in 10 directions, who have attained a Buddha's omniscience through the stages of awakening, all you who are my guides, please turn the supreme wheel of Dharma. With palms together, I earnestly request, you who may actualize parinirvana, please stay with us for eons numberless as atoms of the world, for the happiness and well being of all wanderers in samsara. Whatever slight positive potential I may have created by paying homage, offering, and acknowledging my faults, rejoicing and requesting that the Buddha stay and teach, I now dedicate all this for full awakening. May you Buddhas now living in the worlds of 10 directions, and all you gone to freedom in the past accept my offerings. May those not yet arisen quickly perfect their minds, awakening as fully enlightened ones. May all worlds in 10 directions be entirely pure and vast. May they be filled with bodhisattvas surrounding Buddhas gathered beneath a Bodhi tree. May as many beings as exist in 10 directions be always well and happy. May all samsaric beings live in accord with the Dharma, and may their every Dharma wish be fulfilled. Remembering my past lives and all varieties of existence, may I practice the Bodhisattva way, and thus, in each cycle of death, migration, and birth, may I always abandon the householder's life. Then, following in the footsteps of all the Buddhas and perfecting the practice of a Bodhisattva, may I always act without error or compromise, with ethical discipline faultless and pure. May I teach the Dharma in the language of gods, in every language of spirits and nagas, of humans and of demons, and in the voice of every form of being. May I be gentle-minded, cultivating the 6 paramitas, and never forget bodhicitta. May I completely cleanse without omission every negativity and all that obscures this awakening mind. May I traverse all my lives in the world free of karma, afflictions, and interfering forces. Just as a lotus blossom is undisturbed by the water's wave, just as the sun and moon move unhindered through the sky, may I ease the suffering in the lower realms and in the many directions and dimensions of the universe. May I guide all wanderers in samsara to the pure bliss of awakening and be of worldly benefit to them as well. May I practice constantly for eons to come, perfecting the activities of awakening, acting in harmony with the various dispositions of beings, showing the ways of a bodhisattva. May I always have the friendship of those whose path is like mine, and with body, words, and also mind, may we practice together the same aspirations and activities. May I always meet a spiritual mentor and never displease that excellent friend who deeply wishes to help me and expertly teaches the bodhisattva way. May I always directly see the Buddhas, masters encircled by bodhisattvas, and without pause or discouragement for eons to come, may I make extensive offerings to them. May I hold within me the Buddha's genuine Dharma, illuminate everywhere the teachings that awaken, embody the realizations of a bodhisattva, and practice ardently in all future eons. While circling through all states of existence, may I become an endless treasure of good qualities, skillful means, wisdom, samadhi, and liberating stabilizations, gathering limitless, pristine wisdom and positive potential. On one atom I shall see Buddha fields numberless as atoms, inconceivable Buddhas among bodhisattvas in every field, practicing the activities of awakening. Perceiving this in all directions, I dive into an ocean of Buddha fields, each an ocean of 3 times Buddhas in the space of a wisp of hair. So I too will practice for an ocean of eons. Thus I am continually immersed in the speech of the Buddhas, expression that reveals an ocean of qualities in one word, the completely pure eloquence of all the Buddhas, communication suited to the very tendencies of beings. With strength of understanding, I plunge into the infinite, enlightened speech of the Dharma, of all Buddhas in 3 times gone to freedom, who continually turn the wheel of Dharma methods. I shall experience in one moment such vast activity of all future eons, and I will enter into all eons of the 3 times in but a fraction of a second. In one instant, I shall see all those awakened beings, past, present, and future alliance among humans. And with the power of the illusion like stabilization, I will constantly engage in their inconceivable activity. I shall manifest upon one single atom the array of pure lands, present, past, and future. Likewise, I shall enter the array of pure Buddha fields in every direction without exception. I shall enter the very presence of all my guides, those lights of this world who are yet to appear, those sequentially turning the wheels of complete awakening, those who reveal nirvana, final, perfect peace. May I achieve the power of swift, magical emanation, the power to lead to the great vehicle through every approach, the power of always beneficial activity, the power of love pervading all realms, the power of all surpassing positive potential, the power of supreme knowledge unobstructed by discrimination, and through the powers of wisdom, skillful means, and samadhi, may I achieve the perfect power of awakening, purifying the power of all contaminated actions, crushing the power of disturbing emotions at their root, diffusing the power of interfering forces. I shall perfect the power of the Bodhisattva practice. May I purify an ocean of worlds. May I free an ocean of beings. May I clearly see an ocean of Dharma. May I realize an ocean of pristine wisdom. May I purify an ocean of activities. May I fulfill an ocean of aspirations. May I make offerings to an ocean of Buddhas. May I practice without discouragement for an ocean of eons. To awaken fully through this Bodhisattva way, I shall fulfill without exception all the diverse aspirations of the awakening practice, of all Buddhas gone to freedom in the three times everywhere, in order to practice exactly as the wise one, called Samantabhadra, all embracing good, the elder brother of the sons and daughters of the Buddhas. I completely dedicate all this goodness. Likewise, may I dedicate just as the skillful Samantabhadra, with pure body, speech, and mind, pure actions, and pure Buddha fields. I shall give rise to the aspirations of Manjushri for this Bodhisattva practice of all embracing good, to perfect these practices without discouragement or pause in all future eons. May my pure activities be endless, my good qualities boundless, and through abiding in immeasurable activity may I actualize infinite emanations. Limitless is the end of space, likewise, limitless are living beings, thus, limitless are karma and afflictions. May my aspirations reach be limitless as well. One may offer to the Buddhas all wealth and adornments of infinite worlds in 10 directions, and one may offer during eons numberless as atoms of the world, even the greatest happiness of gods and humans. But whoever hears this extraordinary aspiration and, longing for highest awakening, gives rise to faith just once, creates far more precious positive potential. Those who make this heartfelt aspiration for the Bodhisattva way will be free of all lower rebirths, free of harmful companions, and will quickly see Amitabha, infinite light. And even in this very human life, they will be nourished by happiness and have all conducive circumstances. Without waiting long, they will become like Samantabhadra himself. Those who give voice to this extraordinary aspiration will quickly and completely purify the five boundless, harmful actions created under the power of ignorance. Blessed with supreme knowledge, excellent body, family, attributes, and appearance, they will be invincible to vast interfering forces and misleading teachers, and all the three worlds will make offerings. Going quickly to the noble Bodhi tree and sitting there to benefit sentient beings, subduing all interfering forces, they will fully awaken and turn the great wheel of Dharma. I've no doubt that complete awakening is the fully ripened result, comprehended only by a Buddha, of holding in mind, by teaching, reading, or reciting this aspiration of the Bodhisattva practice. In order to train just like the hero Manjushri, who knows reality as it is, and just like Samantabhadra as well, I completely dedicate all this goodness just as they did. With that dedication, which is praised as greatest by all the Buddhas gone to freedom in the three times, I too dedicate all my roots of goodness for the attainments of the Bodhisattva practice. When the moment of my death arrives, by eliminating all obscurations and directly perceiving Amitabha, may I go immediately to Sukhavati, pure land of great joy. Having gone to Sukhavati, may I actualize the meaning of these aspirations, fulfilling them all without exception, for the benefit of beings for as long as this world endures. Born from an extremely beautiful superlative lotus, in this joyful land, the Buddha's magnificent mandala, may I receive a prediction of my awakening directly from the Buddha Amitabha. Having received a prediction there, may I create vast benefit for beings throughout the 10 directions with a billion emanations by the power of wisdom. Through even the small virtue I have accumulated by offering this prayer of the Bodhisattva practice, may all the positive aspirations of beings be fulfilled in an instant. Through creating limitless positive potential by dedicating this prayer of Samantabhadra's deeds, may all beings drowning in this torrent of suffering enter the presence of Amitabha. Through this king of aspirations, which is the greatest of the sublime, helping infinite wanderers in samsara, through the accomplishment of this scripture, dazzling with Samantabhadra's practice, may suffering realms be utterly emptied of all beings. Now we pause in that spirit of dedication, reflecting on our motivation, thinking that by having engaged in this practice, we've actualized that motivation, which has generated positive energy in the mind. That positive energy will ripen in a beneficial way. So we offer the fruit of our practice, that beneficial, positive energy, thinking particularly of Heen's swift, auspicious rebirth and quick enlightenment. Thank you.
Thank you, Venerable.
Yes, thank you, Venerable.